This video is about your immaculate conception dream, right? Are you really waiting for immaculate conception? Hey, tell me that are you really waiting for immaculate conception, girl? Are you really thinking it's true that I could watch somebody and get them pregnant? Are you really thinking God could watch me and get me pregnant, or God could watch you and get you pregnant, girl? Are you really waiting for immaculate conception to take place? Are you really waiting on immaculate conception and the second coming of a second energy descending upon your womb and again pregnant? You just need a sperm and an egg for them thing to happen, right? You just need a sperm and an egg, right, to make a baby, right? In order for me to make a BITE nothing, right? Hear the truth, right? This is the truth all I've been waiting for, right? This is the truth all I've been waiting for. You just need a sperm and an egg, right, to come together, attach to each other, right? And then, right, you just have a process called conception, right? That's how a baby just start to be formed, right? Your mother and father just had to have sex, right? It doesn't drop from the sky, right? Our airplane doesn't drop here, right? And it doesn't have like immaculate conception, right? Your mother and father saw something called sex, right? In which your father just insert his penis into your mother's vagina, right? Your father inserts his reproductive organ into your mother's reproductive organ, right? And ejaculation takes place, right? Your father releases semen, right, into your mother's vagina, right? So that the correct names, right? It's not no piggy wiggy, right? And not no pussy, right? So it's called a penis and a vagina, right? That's the real name, right? So, right. So your father has released something called semen, right, containing multiple sperms, right, which is half of you, and the next half of you is your mother's ovum, which is your mother's egg, right? And that's how you be born. This Bible class 101, right? Bible class VBS 101, right? This is the real deal, right? The real story, right? Bible class 101, right? This is how it is be born, right? So stop listening to these people telling all this ish, right? And stop cursing because we in children school, right? We in VBS, we in camp, right? So I'm trying to stop cursing, right? Because we start over this process to explain this thing to people in a real way, right? It have no Mary riding on a donkey, right? And it have no Joseph coming in to take the role of anybody who forsake the child by getting them pregnant, right? You're supposed to have a real mother and father, right? In a healthy family, you're supposed to have a real mother and father, right? To take care of you, right? That is what a healthy family is. A real mother and father and you, right? So this is Bible class 101, right? Introduction to life, right? Introduction to life, right? Right? To the entire Christian population, right? Who's starting over, right? A belief process from scratch, right? So we in school, we in boot camp training, right? Well, Bible class, not boot camp, but it's Bible class training, right? There's class in session, right? So you and I was created via actual biological process, right? Not a spiritual process of God coming and forming a baby inside of you, just so, right? So this, I know this resocialization process is tough, right? Because your parents and your grandparents and everybody else, right, give you a papi show thing, right? And fake news, false news, right? That Ollie was born, right, via whoever means, via God putting a baby in your belly, right, without a father and that kind of thing, right? But this is to wake Ollie up, right? It's to wake you up, right? You need to have sex. Your parents needed to have sex in order for you to be here, I to be here, right? You just can't believe these people walk up people head like this, sir. You just can't believe that people will continue the story, so I tell you, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable what they do to people. To have big adults believe in this thing, it's unbelievable. I tell you, I can't even start to explain how unbelievable it is. How well they can do these things to big freaking hardback people, right? Vatican, how well they can do this thing to big hardback freaking people, girl, boy. How well they can have big hardback freaking people believe in this shit, boy. And cementing and solidifying this belief system so hardcore that they can't even let go. A little dirty. Stop manipulating people like this. How I know? I was there, right? I was there when I was being conceived, right? I knew because I was there when I was being conceived, right? I knew. I know because I was there when I was being conceived, right? I know because common sense existed, right? Before I was born, and common sense exists now, and common sense will exist in the future. And science, the right kind of science existed before. The right kind of science existed today. And the right kind of science will exist tomorrow, right? So it's nothing about you don't know about that. I tired say the miracle is the process of life itself. That is the manipulation and all your religious text, but sorry to be the one to break it to all you, right? That is the kind of level of manipulation and all your spiritual text, right? That is what the God of this reality do to all you, right? That is what the God of the earthly reality do to all you. That is what the gods running this earthly reality do to the entire population of the earth. Make all you waste so much time, right, teaching Bible class about Mary riding on a donkey, right, impregnated by a figure called God. And then Joseph had to come in and take the place. And they hate that the fantasy, right? They hate that the fantasy can't come true. My fantasies are the fantasies that you all have to be concerned about, right? If I have a particular fantasy, I don't even care what fantasies no more. I don't have an interest in the world no more, right? I don't even care what fantasy. My fantasy is not the fantasies all you have to be concerned about, It's all your fantasies, right? All your fantasies, right? That somebody come and die for lessons again and somebody go and get pregnant by an immaculate conception. The triathlon me using a spirit and the triathlon me using technology, right? You can't get pregnant by immaculate conception. And you can't get pregnant via technology. Right? So there's the truth about the matter, right? The truth that the real ones is live and die for, right? There's the truth, right, that the real ones is live for and die for, right? This truth that I speak on earlier, you can't get pregnant by immaculate conception, is the truth that the real ones live for and the real ones die for, right? And the real ones live and die for. Right? So brick by brick, this belief system is crumbling, right? Every day, a brick in this structure, colonial structure, Christian structure, day by day, every day, one brick at a time, right? This Christian foundation is crumbling. No two ways about it, right? No two ways about it. Sex is how life is formed. From animals, right, to people, right? Sex is how life is formed. Reproduction. We human beings are animals, but we are animals with a higher intelligence, right? Sex, right, is how it is create life. So I could be here actually till the next 2 years or so, right, to prove that all, right? I will be what, to the 8 years, right? And I ain't gonna get pregnant during that time by immaculate conception. And I will wait to prove it all, yeah, I wouldn't get pregnant by immaculate conception. Right? So that's that, because I hate to see people manipulating people like that. Religious manipulation, spiritual manipulation. Everybody know the Christian structure by common sense, right? It's a false religion, right? By common sense and by science, right? Both common sense and science, right? Is a false religion, right? False spirituality, false religion, right? And brick by brick, day by day, it is crumbling, right? I have people, there are false prophets out there talking about, oh, loving to see people people downfall and all kind of thing, right? Yeah, because you know why? I like to see the downfall of false knowledge, right? False knowledge. If a knowledge structure or religion is false, it had to crumble because it's false, right? If people been lying to all you and trapping all you through religious lies, that system had to fall. I have to fall. Right? If a belief system and trapping you all up and lying to all you, right? Really, the religious system must fall, right? Because they need to stop teaching all the children, right? And stop producing books, right? The creation of books with Mary Joseph riding on a donkey and pregnant via immaculate conception. These false storybooks must come to a cease in production. That where they start. That fable, fancy land, illusionary thing, right? The fairy tale, all you need to rewrite these stories, right? Rewrite these stories, right? And tell children, explain to children how they just really be born in a children's way, right? Say, hey, this is a penis, this is a vagina, this is how you be born, right? All you need to teach religion the right way, right? Stop creating false religious books to explain to children that they was born by a God putting a baby in your mommy belly, right? And the father didn't even have no sperm to put in there, but it was God impregnating, right? Stop teaching children wrong knowledge, right? Because that's where the lies start. I even go as far as blaming the Vatican right now, but his parents, all they supposed to have more sense on that. All is the one who had, just imagine, all is the one who had sex to bring a child into the world, and you teaching a child that they come here, somebody come here by immaculate conception. How it is you could be so deceitful to a child? So I ain't even blaming Christianity or the Vatican right now, right? Because the blame game end. Let me blame the people, the real people. Let me blame the real people. Your Christian mother and father. Let me blame the real people. Your mother and father had hardcore flipping sex. Ramin, right? Hardcore flipping sex. Right? To bring you into the world. Right? And then you want to explain to your children that somebody else come into the world by immaculate conception. Tell them the real thing. Only deceitful fucking parenting. Tell them the real thing. Tell your children the real thing. And even Vatican, Christianity, British monarchy to blame for this one. Right? Because parents are supposed to be responsible. Hey, you had sex and make your children stop telling your children that they come here by somebody else's child come here by immaculate conception. Because my mother and father too had sex to have me. Right? So stop teaching wrong shit. Right? Good.